Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today is a serious topic, guys, but something that every Filipina, every parent, and honestly every local community in the Philippines should hear about. An international fugitive wanted by the FBI in the United States has reportedly been traced to the Barretto area of Olongapo City right here in the Philippines. This isn't about negativity or fear, guys. This is more about awareness and protection, and just being smart about who we let into our lives and also community. This guy did some really disgraceful things, probably one of the most terrible crimes you could ever think about committing in any country. So let's get into it, guys. But before we go any further, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like this video for more content about expats and news in the Philippines. So let's start from the beginning, guys. The guy's name is Gregory Robert Whitehead, someone who's been on the FBI's wanted list for a long time. According to investigators, he was last traced to the Barretto area of Olongapo City, and he'd apparently been living here under another name as Chris. Now, what makes this even more shocking is that he wasn't hiding in the mountains or in some isolated area. He was living in plain sight, blending in with the locals, with the kids, and even participating in social running clubs. People saw him, they talked to him, they spent time around him without realizing who he really was. That's why this story matters, because sometimes the people who seem ordinary, friendly, or social are the ones we need to be most cautious about. So what was he actually accused of back in the US? Now, I'm going to keep this part extremely brief and careful because the details are very sensitive. You see, back in 2007 in the United States, he faced serious charges involving misconduct toward underage individuals. Authorities say he had invited young people into his home under false pretenses and engaged in highly inappropriate behavior. You guys just think about it for a second. It is probably the worst crime you could ever commit. He was arrested, but later on, he failed to appear in court in early 2008. And that's when he became a wanted fugitive. For years, his whereabouts were unknown, until investigators reportedly traced him to the Philippines in 2020. But you may ask how he even ended up in the Philippines in the first place. Now, this is the part that raises questions. Investigators discovered that Whitehead had been living in the Philippines comfortably, apparently for years, under a different name. He socialized, made friends, and lived a life of an average foreigner, possibly even a retiree. It's believed that he eventually left the area after someone in the social circle recognized him from an old photo. And that's when this guy disappeared again. The investigation is ongoing, and information is now being shared between Philippine authorities and the FBI's Denver field office. So what Filipinas and local communities need to know from this? I've been living in the Philippines for almost 10 years, and one thing I've noticed is that foreigners can easily blend in, especially in the beach towns, tourist spots, or communities like Subic, Angeles City, or even Dumaguete. Most foreigners here are good people, retirees, teachers, digital nomads, or expats who genuinely love this country. But sometimes, a few with bad intentions slip through the cracks, and that's when communities need to be alert. You see, because since the beginning of the year, there have been so many of these guys flagged at the airport or caught in the Philippines for doing malicious things to younger people. People that cannot make decisions for themselves, and these guys have been taking advantage of them. But this isn't about solicitation or discrimination. It's about awareness and protection. Protecting our little ones, your little ones, my little ones, because they are the most vulnerable. If you are a Filipino with a foreign boyfriend or a husband, or if you live in a neighborhood with many foreigners, it's okay to be friendly. But it's also important to set boundaries and stay informed. Don't ever leave your little ones alone with somebody, maybe that you don't know, somebody that's not your family or any foreigner. If you can get my drift, somebody that cannot make decisions for themselves. So I've gathered a bunch of information to give forth to you guys so that you can be cautious about these things. So here are a few red flags or things to watch out for in any community, whether the person is a foreigner or not. Secretive behavior. Someone who never shares basic details about their background, past job, or where they are really from. Someone that avoids legal processes and is always off the grid, having nicknames, or reluctant to show ID or document or any kind of identification. Too interested in young company, spending too much time trying to be around kids or teenagers when it doesn't seem appropriate. always moving around frequently, changing apartments, relationships, or social circles. Overly generous with strangers, using gifts, money, or promises to get trust too quickly. But remember, there are a lot of good foreigners out there, and being friendly and being trusting are two very different things. The Philippines is a warm and kind country, but that kindness can sometimes be taken advantage of. And there are thousands of guys out there that have been caught in this country or online with very inappropriate photos or content of people that are much, much younger than them. So for Filipino parents of foreigners, this is for you, because there has been stories in the Philippines about these type of things. If you're dating, married to, or living with a foreigner, again, this isn't to make anyone paranoid, but you should always know who you're with. Some guys come out here escaping from something, and if you make a quick background check of somebody that you're talking to online, you'll be very surprised to see that they have a criminal record. It'll give you a better understanding of who you're with. For example, my wife used to be with a foreigner before me. They never met before. But on Facebook, I got drift of something about the guy, and I ended up finding him on a website. And what I saw was damning. The guy was an abusive person to women, and she didn't know that. So we don't know who we are actually dealing with until we know. See if they have a consistent social presence, or if anything seems too mysterious. Many foreign men here are honest and hardworking. Great guys, there's a lot of them. But as this case shows, some fugitives try to disappear into countries like the Philippines because they think it's easier to hide. It's not your responsibility to investigate people, but it is your right to protect yourself and your loved ones, especially your young ones. So to the local communities out there, because I genuinely care about this country, I care about the people, especially in the areas with a lot of foreigners. This case is a reminder to us to stay aware but not afraid. If something doesn't feel right or someone's behavior feels off, it's okay to quietly alert the authorities. If you see something inappropriate with a guy and someone that he is not supposed to be with, alert the authorities. And to my fellow foreigners living in the Philippines, let's help maintain the trust and good image that so many of us have worked hard to build here. We represent our countries here, and we should be part of making local communities feel safe, not the opposite. Well, this story is not about fear, it's about protection, responsibility, and awareness. If you'd like to learn more about the FBI's ongoing cases, or how to report suspicious behaviors or activities safely, check out the information link below. Stay safe, smart, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Pumping. Peace.
Know you used to love me. I know you got someone.